Well, all right. Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world famous As It Should Be studios. And, well, it's time for another track versus track video. And, well, it's high time that I did a track versus track, or any sort of video really whatsoever, on a band that I really love, Jefferson Airplane. Now, my last track versus track was an REM pairing, and I mentioned on that video how I feel like nobody really cares about REM anymore. Like, they had their period of time where they were really huge and could do no wrong, and then they just kind of fell off like, nobody cares about them anymore. I feel like Jefferson Airplane's like that. They were huge, of course, in the 60s and the 70s, and they were highly regarded even into the 80s, I think. And then they just kind of dropped off. I don't think really anybody cares about them anymore. Well, you're wrong. Jefferson Airplane is a great band. I absolutely love them. And I am going to pair up. I'm going to go track versus track with their two 1967 albums. Surrealistic Pillow. The Stone Cold Classic. Take two. Their Stone Cold Classic second album, Surrealistic Pillow, against their Stone Cold Classic follow-up, After Bathing at Baxter's. Yeah. All right. Love these albums. If you don't love them, well, then you're wrong, like I said. But if you haven't heard them, is what I really meant to say, go check them out. They're great. They're really, really great records, especially if you like that kind of psychedelic San Francisco sound from the 60s, but with really good song. Like, the songwriting's really great on this. It isn't just a bunch of meandering jamming stuff. Well, mostly. But anyway, let's get the spreadsheet, or the tally sheet going on here. Pillow, Baxter's. All right, and let's see what we got here. Okay, I have my lists right up here, just below you. All right, let's start. We're going to start with Surrealistic Pillow, the opening track on Surrealistic Pillow, track number 1, which is She Has Funny Cars. Yeah, ooh, what an opener. And that goes up against the opening track on After Bathing at Baxter's, which is The Ballad of You and Me and Pooh Neal. Well, I really love both of those openers. I love both those tracks, but this one's pretty easy, actually. She Has Funny Cars. I'm going with Pillow on this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And track number 2 on Pillow is Somebody to Love. I mean, come on. Anybody who doesn't know this song, yeah, I can't help you. And that goes up against track number 2 on Baxter's, which is A Small Package of Value Will Come to You Shortly. And that really is kind of a nonsense track. That's just a short, minute and a half, maybe, track put together by Spencer Dryden and a couple of other guys, basically trying to do a Zappa thing. And it's just a bunch of insanity. It's not really even... It's musical because it's... it's musical, but it's just... I don't know. It's not really much of a... There's no song there. It's not really anything but just kind of a link track, really, to me. So, of course, Somebody to Love is going to win. I mean, that's not even a contest. I mean, it's basically arguably the finest song on Pillow against easily one of the weakest on Baxter's. All right. So Pillow has 2. Yes. You guys are looking at that going, well, Jesus, yeah, of course. Pillow's going to wipe the floor with Baxter's. Yeah, I don't know. I really love Baxter's, so who knows? We'll see. I really love both these albums, honestly. But let's go to track number 3 on Pillow, which is My Best Friend. And it's, that track is very reminiscent, I feel like, of the first album, the first Airplane album, Jefferson Airplane Takes Off. I feel like that track could have been on that album. It still kind of has that vibe, that folkier early Airplane vibe. And that goes up against track number 3 on Baxter's, which is Young Girl Sunday Blues. Yeah, which is an absolutely great Marty Balin track. And which was recorded live on stage. It's actually not it sounds almost like it's a studio track, because the sound of it really matches the rest of the record, but it is a entirely live on stage in front of a live audience track, and it wins. I absolutely love that track. I'll take that over My Best Friend. Baxter's gets one. All right. So track number 4 on Pillow is Today. Yeah, Today. We're getting into the really moody stuff on this. Like this whole... The tail end of this side is just, it goes totally moody for a couple of tracks. And Today, what an amazing, just sparse, beautiful Marty Balin track. And that goes up against track number 4 on Baxter's, which is Martha. The single from Baxter's, which I don't think was really much of a hit. But man, it's a great track. In fact, I love Martha so much. Yes, I love Martha so much that it wins. Yeah, easily. I mean, Today is a great track, and I suspect that most people watching this, if not everybody watching this, would probably give that to Today. But Martha is one of my very favorite Jefferson Airplane tracks, bar none. And yeah, that's an easy win for me. All right, so now we have 2-2. It is tied. Who knew Baxter's could stand up to Surrealistic Pillow like that? All right, so track number 5 on Pillow is Coming Back to Me. Another really moody, slow, just Marty Balin sung track. And that goes up against track number 5 on Baxter's, which is Wild Time. And Wild Time is just this chaotic... It sounds like the title. It's completely... It's just mayhem. Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the most rockin' Airplane tracks, really, and I absolutely love that song so much. I used to, a gazillion years ago, in the 90s, I did a radio show on a local pirate radio station that didn't last long, and I remember on my very first show, I played Wild Time, and my friend Rick, his thing was punk. Like he was like an Iggy, Ramones, and just Richard Hell, and just like he was a punk guy. And he goes, "What was that one song that you played, after Elton John or whatever it was? Oh my God, that was the worst thing I ever heard in my entire life." And I laughed so hard because I realized he was talking about Wild Time, and I completely understood why, from his perspective, that track was just absolutely terrible. But he's wrong. It's a great track. And it wins. It wins. Yes, I take that over Coming Back to Me. Coming Back to Me is also great, just like Today is great, but Wild Time. Well, damn. Baxter's is in the lead. Okay, so track number 6 takes us to side 2 of Pillow, which is 3/5 of a mile in 10 seconds. And yet another... There's a lot of Marty on this album, as it should be, because Marty is a great, underrated singer. One of my favorite vocalists, Marty Balin. And that goes up against number 6 on Baxter's, which is Last Wall of the Castle. And that is a Jorma Kaukonen track. And this is a thinker, actually. Everything so far has been really easy, but this one, I'm going to think about this a second. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to go Pillow with this. Yeah, 3/5 of a mile. I really like Last Wall, though. Well, this is a good battle, man. It's tied again. Okay, so track number 7 on Pillow is DCBA 25. Ooh. Oh my God, do I love that one. That is possibly my very favorite track on the album. And that goes up against track number 7 on Baxter's. Oh! Ooh! Rejoice! Oh! Which is easily one of my favorite tracks on Baxter's. Oh! DCBA against Rejoice? Oh! Oh, shit. Okay. You have to give me a minute, guys, because I'm going to have to think this one over. DCBA against Rejoice. DCBA is like a really great. It has a really nice folk. Well, it's like electric. It's like folk rock, arpeggio guitar. Just really really great. Almost birdsy. It's kind of birdsy in a way. Against Rejoice, which is just a great slick track. I mean, it's great slick just at the piano. Writing, it's jazzy. It's really jazzy. I know Robert Fitton, you probably don't like that. You may like the track. I know you hate jazz. I'd like to find out. Do you like Rejoice? Because it's very jazzy. It's very jazzy. And it doesn't really have a pop song kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Format, for lack of a better word. It doesn't repeat anything. It just moves forward the whole time. Every change is a change, is something that hasn't happened yet. It just moves forward. It never goes back to any part. And it is absolutely an amazing, moody, creepy, yet jazzy, Grace Slick composition. And I am talking about this because I am stalling, trying to decide on which one of these I love more. Because I don't think I love either of these more. This really is a tie. But I have to choose one. Oh man, this honestly, I've had really tough choices on these track versus tracks before. This may be the toughest I've actually come upon, if you can believe it. But I think I'm going to choose DCBA. I think I'm going to choose DCBA. By that much. Maybe half that much. Okay. Pillow's now in the lead. Okay, alright. So let me get into track number 8 on Pillow is How Do You Feel? Track number 8 on Baxter's is Watch Her Ride. Oh man, now we're on the beginning of side 2 of Baxter's. And Watch Her Ride is the other side, the B-side of the Martha single. And man, that is another great, really upbeat, just rock and roll Baxter's track, or Airplane track. And How Do You Feel? I really love. I love the recorder on that. I really love the whole vibe of that track. But you know what? Watch Her Ride. Yeah. Damn. The albums are still tied. Okay, who knows? This could go. Who knows how this is going to go? Okay, track number 9 on Pillow is Embryonic Journey, and that goes up against track 9 on Baxter's, which is Spare Change. Yeah, well, this is an odd one because, well, I know which one I'm going to pick. I mean, really, for me, Embryonic Journey is the most throwaway track on Pillow. And even though it's a really good track, if I was going to dump a track from the record, that would be the one, because it's just a simple acoustic instrumental that's perfectly good. I mean, I like it. I don't dislike it at all. It's just kind of like it's disposable for me personally, and that goes up against number 9, Spare Change. Number 9 on Baxter's is Spare Change, which is 9 minutes of just absolute meandering, pointless nonsense. That is the huge blemish on this otherwise absolutely stellar album, Spare Change. It's just like one of those things where they rolled tape and said, hey man, let's see what happens. And nothing really happened, and they put it on the album anyway, so whatever. But Embryonic Journey gets that by a mile. Pillow is now in the lead. Can it hold its lead? I don't know. Who knows? So track number 10 on Pillow is White Rabbit. Yeah. The classic White Rabbit. For anybody who may be watching who doesn't know Jefferson Airplane, of course you know that song. And that goes up against track number 10 on Baxter's, which is Two Heads. Another really great Grace Slick track. Grace against Grace, actually. And you know what? That's an easy one. It's a very easy one. Two Heads Yeah, oh yeah, two heads over White Rabbit all day, every day. Part of it is that I'm sick of White Rabbit, but I really, really like Two Heads a lot. So there's that. Okay, so the final tracks. Track 11 on Pillow. Plastic Fantastic Lover. Great Marty Balin closer, and that goes against track number 11 on Baxter's, which is Won't You Try Saturday Afternoon. That actually is a little bit of a... that's a little rough. It's not a Sophie's Choice like DCBA against Rejoice, but I'm going to have to think about this a second. Plastic Fantastic Lover is a really just probably the most classic Marty track on the album. But you know, I have to go Won't You Try Saturday Afternoon. Yeah, I love that one more. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Pillow got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Baxter's got 6. The winner! After bathing at Baxter's. Yes, won by only 1 point. Alright, everybody. Thank you again for watching these videos, and thank you for everybody who has subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell, just in case you may want some notifications. And shout out to Ralph Vieira, aka Dr. Fuck from the Almost Human channel, who originated the whole track versus track thing and was very cool about me stealing his idea. I salute him. And yeah, that's basically that. And on Thursday, get ready, because Crystal Durant and Tommy Von Voigt are going to be back, and we are going to be doing our favorite singles from 1988. Yes, and yeah, not one of my personal favorite years, as I think you may already know by now if you watch those videos, but we'll see how it goes, okay? All right, everybody, I will see you guys soon.
All right, just a second. Looks like I don't have anything going on down here in the audio department.